Hey Senior Solutions family, this is Canoe coming at you again for a weekly update. One thing I'd like to let you know is we've got some great resources that have recently become available for caregivers and all staff within the healthcare community. One of those is free childcare that's available. We'll include some links where you can actually get more information on that. But just so you know, if you need childcare in order to provide care for another person that needs health care, especially here at work with Senior Solutions Home Care, there is childcare available through many centers. It's pretty impressive. There are hundreds of locations around Tennessee that are still remaining open and making themselves available. There is a registration process, so you certainly cannot just show up. Make sure you follow those links, apply for the free childcare opportunities, and you should certainly qualify. The next big component to talk about this week is about health and safety. We are still very much under COVID-19 restrictions, and one of the things to keep in mind is your PPE use, your personal protective equipment, is a necessity. You really should be using it as much as possible. Remember, the company's guidelines, number one, are anytime that you're within 6 feet of the client, at minimum, you should be wearing a face covering. And ideally, get your client to wear one too, maybe a scarf or mask, anything that they can tolerate well. Gloves are very important, and using proper hand washing is a must always, regardless of any other times. You should always be practicing safe PPE. So one thing we've gotten some reports about is individuals are going to work while they're sick and ill. So a couple of notes, and these are reminders that you really need to make sure that you're checking your own health status every morning or before you go to work. One of those ways is making sure that you're fever free, right? So if you have a fever of over 99.5%, you need to be calling into work, letting us know that, and you would not be able to go to work for that day. And we'll provide you more guidance once you contact us. Just remember, fever is one of the ways that we can tell that there's something else going on. We want to protect you, and we certainly want to protect our clients. If you have any other illness, maybe it's suspected strep throat, you've got some other things that are happening with you, COVID-19 is not the only thing we want to protect our clients from. We generally don't want them to get sick or ill for any reason, and we certainly wouldn't want them to go to a doctor or to the hospital unnecessarily. So as the best that you can, make sure that you're practicing proper health and safety for you and the clients at all times. One of the exciting things this week that I'd like to announce is that we have approved a $100,000 grant. Myself with Senior Solutions Home Care, we are providing for $100,000 worth of paid training to our caregivers. This is really important. One of the things that we are committed to is over the next 7 to 8 weeks, we really want to stress a tight timeline for caregivers to have an opportunity to earn more money. What does this mean? We are going to start this week or over the next few days, you'll start to get some communication about how to register, how to get in line for some of those paid training events. We heard you. Some of you that had an early opportunity to join us with our training platform, we realize that it's not as easy to do on your phone, although there is an app for Relias app that can be helpful. But many of you want the opportunity to be able to use a laptop, internet, and something where it's stable so that you can concentrate. We are going to open all of our offices for specifically that. We will have a registration process, and we certainly want to make sure that you get in line appropriately. So more details for that. Once again, there'll be a link provided where you can register and join that effort. And I want to be very clear, that's $100,000 in additional wages for you all. We realize this is a tough time. We want everyone in the economy to make sure that they're doing well. We certainly want to make sure that our very precious caregivers, all of you and our coworkers, are doing well. Many of you have lost some income in your homes, and this is a way that we feel that we can help you supplement that. The next is pretty simple. It's reminders of things that have always been going on. Our electronic visit verification compliance. As a reminder, we must, through federal and state mandates, we must use the platforms for proper clocking in and out. especially under the Medicaid program here in Tennessee. So if you're having issues with clocking in and out, you know about it because we're contacting you. But any day, at any time you have struggles, make sure that you contact the office so that we can help you through that. And then lastly, some of you have noticed whether you're clocking in using the telephone in ClearCare or you're using your ClearCare Go app, that the clocking in and out process has gotten a little bit longer. So bringing it all together, in the very beginning, we're worried about your safety. So once a day, you will receive a survey inside of the ClearCare Go app in which it's asking you about your health status. So we are serious about it, but we also want to make it easier for you. So it's going to ask you some questions before you can start your day, your work day with us. If for any reason you answer those in which there is a health concern, you will have to contact the office before we can allow you to go to work. And then at the same side, on the very end of your visit, when you're clocking out, the system's going to ask you some things about your client, the person that you're servicing, and it's going to ask if they are healthy and if they're having any issues. So in order to protect you and the clients, we've augmented our technology to make sure that it's easy and beneficial for you. So for all of you, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in again for an update. I hope you are all well. One thing that we're saying around here is make sure you stay positive and test negative. Bye-bye.